What's up? It's AK Babyface. Subscribe to Supporting Icons for the latest boxing news.
Now, King Kong Luis Ortiz, of course, he's going to get a second bite of the cherry when he fights Deontay Wilder on November the 23rd. So we're only about 2 weeks away now. And he's saying that Deontay Wilder uses illegal and borderline criminal tactics when he's fighting. And of course, leading up to in that as well. Now, I'll put an article to this in the description box just so you don't have to hear me waffle on about what it is that Luis Ortiz is saying. You can just go read it for yourself. Now, I understand what it is that he's talking about as far as in-ring fighting, because we've been saying this for quite some time about Deontay Wilder. Listen, Wilder's doing what he can get away with, and any fighter would. But if you notice that when Wilder throws the right, yes, he's trying to hit the lights almost, but he's aiming for the back of the head with the wrist. That's what he does. That's how Wilder fights. Not all the time, of course. He does have a pretty good straight down the pipe punch, which is, again, very, very deadly. But Wilder, when he throws the punch, he's aiming for the back of the head with the wrist. First of all, because that is a very, very concussive punch. Second of all, if his opponent just steps back a little bit, then he's going to get it on the side of the head with the glove. So again, it's a knockout. Now, it's a tactic that, is it illegal? Yes, it's certainly illegal. Is it borderline criminal? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know whether it's criminal, but it's certainly illegal within the rules of boxing. First of all, you can't hit people on the back of the head. Second of all, you're supposed to hit with the knuckles, not the side of the glove, nor the wrist. Because obviously the wrist is that's where the laces and that are all tied up, and you've got tape and that around them as well. So that will be like getting hit by a bat, especially somebody who hits as hard as Deontay Wilder. So this is what Luis Ortiz is saying in a nutshell, that the way that Deontay Wilder fights is illegal. But the referees don't do anything about it, and it happens all the time, really, that whenever Wilder fights. Now, Wilder can put it down to the fact, well, that's just the way that I fight. When I see red and I go for the kill, I'll just start swinging for the fences, which he does. But it just happens to be that if you watch back some of the fights, you'll see that Wilder does actually hit his opponent on the back of the head with the wrists, or the wrist even. So is he doing it on purpose? Yeah, I think he's doing it on purpose, but do I know that for a fact? No, of course not. It could literally just be the way that he throws a punch. It just happens to be that he hits opponents on the back of the head with a wrist because he's not timing the punch. He's not doing anything scientific with it or skillful with it. He's just throwing it. But for me, I think that he hits his opponents on the back of the head with a wrist way too many times for it to be coincidence, honestly. But of course, he does have a very good straight down the pipe punch, as I said before, and he does have a pretty good uppercut when he uses it. But as far as a rematch with Luis Ortiz, Deontay Wilder's going to win this one. Of course he is. If he doesn't, then I think that if Deontay Wilder loses this fight and Luis Ortiz becomes a champion, that would justify this rematch. Because this is the rematch, let's be honest, nobody's asking for. Even Wilder fans were not asking for it. Wilder detractors were not asking for this rematch. They kind of were when the first fight happened. They felt that Luis Ortiz should get an automatic rematch because of what happened in round number 7. Listen, we're not going to go over all that again. And yes, Wilder was getting help from the referee, the medical team, and of course the judges as well. The judges were having Wilder winning up until he stopped Luis Ortiz in round 10, which is unbelievable. So Luis Ortiz, he's going to have to knock out Wilder to get the win. Okay, and again, the proof was in the pudding when he fought Tyson Fury as well. I mean, how on earth did they score it draw? And even one judge gave it to Wilder. That's just ridiculous. So there is some biased Canelo-like judging going on when it comes to Wilder. But ultimately, Luis Ortiz, he ain't supposed to win this rematch. But if he does, as I said, that would justify the rematch where people go, okay, actually, it was actually a dangerous fight for Wilder. It was a fight that was risky. It was a fight that maybe he shouldn't have took. Because right now, people are going, well, Luis Ortiz, he's looked terrible in his last couple of fights. He's looking old now. He's looking slower now. All that kind of thing. So Wilder should do a better job in the rematch. But if he doesn't, that would justify it. But we all know what Wilder's like. He does like to cherry pick. And that's a fact of it. Wilder fans don't like hearing it, but he does. So yeah, that's Luis Ortiz. He believes that Deontay Wilder uses illegal and borderline criminal tactics when he fights. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.